So Jack and Annie had an ocean book. What you might not know is that I also have an ocean book. I don't know if it's the same one that Jack and Annie had, but I bet it's similar. Reference books are books that you can use to learn about other things. They're a kind of non-fiction book. If a book is fiction, then it's a story that is made up. If it's non-fiction, that means it's about something true. And this one is called The Living Sea, and it's about the ocean. I love the ocean. So the front page here, it says contents. The table of contents is where you can find which pages to go to learn about which things. For example, if you want to learn about mountains in the sea, you go to page 8. Predator's Playground, that chapter, is on page 22. I think we're just going to start in the beginning and see what we can find, because the beginning has one of my very favorite animals, dolphins. So it says here, next to the picture, common dolphins can be identified by the beautiful hourglass pattern on their sides. Do you see it? They are found in tropical and subtropical waters around the world. In some areas, they are present year-round, but in the Azores, that's an area of the world, and other places with strong seasonal variations, they are usually seen only during the summer. So these dolphins like it when it's warm. So if it's warm all during the year, then they'll stay in one place. But in places like Virginia, here where we live, where it gets colder in the winter, they would probably just be here in the summer. Do you see their little beaks and their fins, their tails, the splash of the water? There's the shadow that they're casting on the water. The fins on top are called dorsal fins. It says here, in summertime in the Azores, Atlantic spotted dolphins appear in pods of hundreds. When a lot of dolphins are all together, instead of saying they're in a group, you say they're in a pod. So pods of dolphins appear with 100 dolphins in them. Although they are often encountered on shallow sandbanks in the Bahamas, such a habitat does not exist in the volcanic Azores. These dolphins appear only in the deep blue water of the open ocean, where they sometimes pester whales by swimming and jumping around their heads. What? Now, what's special about dolphins is that even though they live in the ocean, they breathe air like we do. To do that, they have a nose on top of their head called a blowhole. You can see the blowhole right here. That's why the dolphins get close to the top of the water to take a big, deep breath. You can see this one is blowing out some air to make some bubbles before it breathes in more air. This one's breathing in. You can see that their body is still in the water, but some parts poke out, like the dorsal fin or their fin over there. Look at those guys. Those dolphins are taking a breath before they swim deeper. Striped dolphins are among the most beautiful dolphins found in the Azores Islands. They are also the most skittish and energetic. They tend to live in large groups, or large pods, right? That move quickly and cover enormous distances in a short period of time. When scared, or when starting to chase fast-moving fish, these dolphins take to the air and kick up white spray as they swim off into the distance. So what that was saying is that when the dolphins need to go really fast, like if they're scared and they're running away, or if they're chasing some fast fish to eat them, then instead of swimming under the water, they jump into the air because they can go further that way. You can see that these guys are moving fast because their whole body is out of the water. You can also see the big splashes of all the spray water that they're kicking up. Ooh, that guy's really jumping. Here, it's talking about sea turtles. And here, it has some more coral reef fish. And I think we'll talk about that in another video.